Come on.
Yeah.
You all ready?
Yes.
Well, as you can tell, we have our special guest today. Bobby's in the house. And this is a double whammy because Petty's in the house. And then we've got Alicia in the house and Catherine, Jax, in his house. Well, my goodness, here we are. We're here.
Like old times.
Yep. So if you're not here, you're missing out. That's the thing. Because, oh my goodness. What are we up to? We are up to our progressive therapeutic yoga practice. Um, in the last couple of weeks, I've been extolling the virtues of support. And depending on which class you've been in, I have been talking about how important it is to use your tools. The things that we have in our practice for support are beneficial. In our practice here, or those of you who are at home, you might have a chair. So we've got a chair. Bobby and Petty have pulled out a chair, and we may pull out a few more chairs if we need them. We've got super blocks, big blocks. We've got straps, and we've got blankets. And we use all of these things to support our body so that we can encourage, this is my idea about how we use support and why, so that we can encourage the nervous system to trust the process, to trust what we're doing. If you can think about it, I like to also think about it in terms of how important social, emotional, and spiritual support is to our functioning. If you think about whenever one of us has ever had a crisis or a challenge or a problem, and we are working on that problem all by ourselves, how it's sometimes a little harder, you know. But when we reach out and we ask for help, support from our friends, our family, our community, our church community, some of us are on a big old prayer list. Some of us we have so many different avenues. When we are aware of that, some of us often feel alone, right? We don't have that support, but you'd be surprised at how many individuals are there for our support. But here's the big one. We have to ask for it. We have to let people know, so that sometimes if we feel alone, or we feel it's oftentimes, not always, that we aren't ready to ask. Now, asking for support and allowing others to help is something that I've been working on my entire life because I'm not real good at that. I like to just go and do it and I don't need any help. But let me tell you that over the decades, I've been fortunate to slowly recognize just how important that is. Now, what's funny is that in the practices, as I'm preaching all the time, it's very easy for me to say, oh, yes, here's your support, here's your support. So I'm sharing this with each of you so that you can also kind of understand that I too am working on this. And every time I say something to you out loud, it's because that's something that I'm working on myself and I'm reminding myself. Now, long story short, why am I talking about that? Because our blocks and our chairs and our straps are a support system, much like our friends, our family, you name it, the group of individuals that help to lift us up when we are challenged. And so today, you'll hear me respond and relate to how some of us are going to actually be using our chair during certain portions. And I might pull out a couple of extra chairs so that we can all use our chair so that we can recognize how when we're using support, there is this idea that, oh, look, those little people are having a hard time and they really don't know how to do the yoga, so they're going to use a chair. Well, let me tell you, Yesterday, I pulled out the chairs in the empowering therapeutic yoga class, which is known to be our most challenging class. And I'm going to share that empowering therapeutic chair yoga class in our video on demand pretty soon so that you can see and hear them go, oh my gosh, it was even harder when I used the chair. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you, but I am telling you that when you see a chair or a block or a strap, that doesn't mean what you might think it means. So keep an open mind.